So in this example, we have some dimensions that are already placed on the plan, and I'm going to leave those in place, but what we can do for dimensioning is to just click on the dimension command once your style is set up, and using your snaps, which are set over here, you can click on points with an object and drag your dimension off to the side where you can collect a grouping of dimensions. So if you look at the bottom of your screen, you'll see that you're within the dimension style, and you can create a baseline where all of your dimensions will align. You can continue dimensions, so that picks up from your second location. Ordinance not using. Angular would be that you're picking 2 points at an angle. You could align them, distribute, layer, undo. I'm not using many of those very often, but we will use continue. So let's say we wanted to do a string of dimensions that are along this line. So we want them to all add up and work with this first dimension. So type CO for continue, and we're selecting our first dimension line, and then it will drag to the next location. So let's say it's the edge of the seat wall that we've created, and just click on that in. Now when you're using your snaps, you want to be careful, especially when there's a hatch selected, that you're not clicking on a portion of the hatch or something you don't intend to select. So go ahead and click on that one. Now we're going to continue all the way along until you click enter to end this command. So those are just some examples of items that you would select to dimension. Hit enter to complete that command, and it's going to ask you to continue to use your dimension style until you hit enter a second time, twice, and then you will end the dimensioning command. So that allows you to place some dimensions quickly and automatically. But you may want to choose to use some different situations here where you want to place linear dimensions. So those would just be horizontal or vertical dimensions like we've shown, but sometimes you will need to dimension at an angle, and if you scroll over these, it will show you options for that. So aligned will be selecting 2 points that are not necessarily horizontal or vertical. We use horizontal and vertical because those create very clean layout lines for someone to locate in the field, and they're usually based off a right angle within the existing structure. So those are going to come off of a point in space that are located by a line in the building itself. Aligned would be 2 points that are probably incidental, but again anchored to a point in space that we can find. Angular, that would be an angle of an object, so if you need to create something that has an angle to it, you can use this, and scrolled over it and lost it. And that is the degrees that you're seeing in the red text right there. Our arc length, if you need to measure along the length of an arc, you can select arc length. Radius is something that we will use in the future, and that just shows the radius of an object. You can also choose diameter, and so in that situation you're going to have the diameter symbol shown in red, and that will show the diameter of the circle rather than the radius of it. So you want to pay attention to that. I think we have in previous exercises shown where it is a pretty big difference, obviously twice the size. Ordinance, we're doing graphing here, which we're not necessarily using Jog, that's going to be a radius that's particularly long, but we do need to show that the center point is located at a certain point in space. Again, we don't need that necessarily in landscape terribly often unless we're laying out maybe arcs for a sidewalk, and those arcs are particularly long and the center point is located way off in space somewhere else. Typically, we're going to use a different type of dimensioning method for those lines, so we don't need to find the center point of that radius perhaps across the street in someone's backyard. So that's an inaccessible point. So those are our types of dimensions that we'll be perhaps using in the future, and how to lay them out along the line. So here's the example of your exercise that you'll be doing. I'm going to go ahead and erase these, and we'll move along to the multi-leader style in just one moment.